Honestly speaking, I'm in full shock right now. Ubisoft is officially getting sold, and guess who's even buying the company? It's Tencent. The guys behind mobile games, and they have developed games like PUBG Mobile and also Ring of Elysium and Arena of Valor, League of Legends on the mobile version. All of these games were developed and published by Tencent on the mobile versions. And now it seems like Ubisoft, the entire company, is being purchased by Tencent. Now this info officially comes from Tom Henderson, where he is now reported that Ubisoft considering buyout with Tencent to take company completely private. Now in the article we actually get much more information about what really is going on and how this whole thing is going to be affecting on all the future of Ubisoft games, including Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs. And the one thing that I'm personally bothered about is Assassin's Creed, man. I've been following this game ever since I was a child, and now it seems like Tencent will very soon be the ones that are gonna own Assassin's Creed forever. Now, is this a good thing? We will actually take a look at that in just a minute. But before that, let's go ahead and take a look on what this Insider Gaming article basically states, which is coming from Tom Henderson, where he says that a major change could be coming to Ubisoft sooner than later. According to the news report from Bloomberg, the official founder of Ubisoft, the Yves Guillemot family, are considering a buyout for Tencent. The discussions come after what has been the most tremendous year in the company's history. Ubisoft has seen its shares fall to 11 years lows, and games like Star Wars Outlaws have struggled to sell, and its biggest franchise, Assassin's Creed, has its next delay in 2025. I don't really think that Assassin's Creed games have ever gotten, delayed. I don't know, maybe I could be wrong, but as far as what I believe, I don't think they've delayed Assassin's Creed game at least for like 3 entire months. That's huge delay, and this is the very first time this is happening, and it seems like we're gonna have a new leader in town. And now in this article it also states that these Chinese tech companies and Guillemot Brothers Limited have been speaking with advisors in order to help explore ways to stabilize Ubisoft and bolster its values. And the Bloomberg report states that it said that one of the options on the table would be to involve taking the company completely private. Now that said, talks are at early stages with no certainty that an agreement will come to reach, which means that we don't know if Ubisoft is going to go private company. Now for those of you guys who don't know what private company means, it means that we're no longer going to be seeing Ubisoft stocks out there where people will be able to own and trade Ubisoft stocks, whereas it's going to be completely private. So whoever owns Ubisoft stocks already are going to be the ones that are never going to be able to sell it, and it's going to be kept private, and those guys will keep receiving some amount of profits from the company's profit itself based on whatever amount of percentage they currently own with the current Ubisoft shares. Now the reason why they want to do this is because Tencent is buying this company, and this means that Tencent wants to own Ubisoft permanently. They don't want to lose Ubisoft to shares. They don't want anyone from outside in order to invest in the company and trade their shares and whatnot. They want to own it forever, and that's what Tencent is doing right now. And the idea of Ubisoft going private isn't new. This is something that they've already been discussing internally, and recently there's been a major push from smaller investors to do that. It's even gotten support from at least 10% of companies' shareholders. Now Tencent currently owns 10% of Ubisoft, so this means that the 10% that are supporting could be Tencent themselves. Now the company founded by Guillemot in 1986, CEO Yves Guillemot has been in the position, but as part of the aforementioned push for a sales by investors, has seen requests for his removal. So it seems like Yves Guillemot, the current CEO of Ubisoft, is most likely going to be stepping down, and the new CEO is going to arrive, which means that the entire leadership of Ubisoft is now going to be completely changed. If Tencent ends up making this huge switch, I think there is going to be massive impact on all the Assassin's Creed games, all the Division games, and every single Ubisoft game that is out there is going to be taking a massive impact, either on a good way or absolutely bad way. Now all of those changes are definitely going to be depending on Tencent themselves. And looking from all the past experience that Tencent has, I'm kind of really worried at this point, because if you take a look at all the games that Tencent has ever created, the games that you can only see is Honor for Kings, which is like indie studio games. We have Alchemy Stars, Arena of Valor, and all these games are mobile games, man. League of Legends. We have PUBG Mobile. It's not even the PC version. They only developed the mobile version. And we have Chess Rush, Contra Returns, Crossfire, Legends, Street Fighter. That is also for Capcom on the mobile version. So basically all the games, Ring of Elysium, and every single game that they developed has only been for the mobile version. So that kind of just leaves me very, very worried about what's going to happen to Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, and some of the franchises that I've always been loving, if these guys are even going to be good enough in order to develop these games in the right way or not. Because they have absolutely no experience on how PC gaming or, the AAA studios usually works. And when it comes to mobile games, they are really good at it. Tencent is by far one of the best ones out there when it comes to mobile games. That is no doubt. But as of now, I'm kind of just worried, man. Because even if Yves Guillemot is doing a terrible job with Ubisoft, and all the leadership currently is all based on, promoting the woke agendas and all that stuff. But still, I kind of feel, Ubisoft has been this company which previously knew what they were doing. They kind of made some really amazing games. And hopefully, if Tencent does end up buying this game, I really want them to revive Prince of Persia, man. Because that game is definitely going to be making a massive income for Ubisoft if they end up buying it. And I don't know why Ubisoft hasn't done this already, but it seems like, when it comes to leadership, Ubisoft really sucks at this point. They have no idea what gamers want and what kind of games could actually revive their whole industry. They seem to be knowing absolutely nothing about this stuff, and that's just really sad to see that Ubisoft has fallen off so deep. Now, after all of this news came out about Tencent purchasing Ubisoft forever, there has been a massive spike on the Ubisoft stock market, and as you can see, there has been 33.52% hike with the Ubisoft stocks, and all of this happened within just a matter of hours, and it just went all the way from $8, $9, and now it is currently sitting at 14.2 euros, and that's just insane, man. Honestly, I think that at this point, Tencent and Ubisoft might have already made some agreements, and due to which, the stocks are finally going up, and it seems like Tencent might be the company that could end up reviving Ubisoft, at least for a very, very short amount of time, until they decide to do something really woke and stupid and destroy the company once again. Then I think, better choice of leaders need to step in and take over this company. But as of now, it seems like all the talks are going internally, and Tencent might eventually end up purchasing Ubisoft very soon. Now, in my perspective, whether or not if this is a good thing or if it's going to be affecting Ubisoft in a very bad way, honestly, if I were to say the truth, I think Tencent is not the company I would definitely want to see owning Ubisoft, because the only experience that Tencent has is to make mobile games, and I don't think they have enough experience or whatever. Maybe they kind of might end up developing, maybe in the future they might end up developing the experience in order to make AAA games. But as of now, man, I'm really worried because Ubisoft has so many Assassin's Creed games that is already planned in line, and right now just getting to know that Tencent is taking over, this could mean that they might end up changing everything that Ubisoft has planned. And also another good thing about Tencent owning it is because Tencent is a Chinese company and it's not from the West. And as we know, the Asian region is still not woke. Those guys have some good culture, and they definitely are against the woke culturism. So this means that taking the authorization of Ubisoft away from the Western civilization and letting the Asian region control what Ubisoft does, this could possibly mean that we might be getting less woke video games in the future. I don't know. This could be a thing or maybe not. That is, of course, completely up to Tencent to decide. But as of now, I think Tencent is very good when it comes to microtransactions, because that is the one thing that they've always been focusing on, and they're also good when it comes to making mobile games. And I'm not sure, but I think Tencent was also the guys who helped Ubisoft in order to develop the Division on the mobile version, and I got to test out this game. I reviewed the Division on the mobile version, and it was absolutely fantastic. Trust me, I never felt like I'm even playing a mobile version of a game. It really felt like a full-on AAA game that releases on the console version, so it was that freaking good. And Tencent really does a good job when it comes to making games on the mobile version, but I don't know about the consoles. I don't know about how good they are when it comes to to the PC versions. Now, hopefully they kick as many woke people out of the company and they kind of, rebuild the whole stuff and bring back what authentic Ubisoft used to be. Because now it seems like Guillemot family is actually agreeing to sell Ubisoft to Tencent. So that is, of course, a very huge change of leadership. But as of now, it doesn't seem like Ubisoft is in control of whatever damage that is happening to Ubisoft. And it seems like they're not going to be changing their ways anytime soon. So that's probably why they're selling it out and they're letting them do the buyout and all that stuff. And anytime I think we'll finally get the announcement that the company has gone completely private and it seems like the 10%, whichever is owned by Tencent, are the ones that are going to be doing it. So I would honestly love to hear your opinions down below in the comments. So let me know whatever your thoughts are. Do you think that it's a good switch of leadership that's happening right now with Tencent owning Ubisoft? Or do you think it's going to be destroying Assassin's Creed and all of the fan favorite franchises out there? Or maybe, we might never know. Tencent might bring back Prince of Persia, the fan favorite title from Ubisoft, which was long lost, and Ubisoft doesn't give a fuck about that game anymore. And hopefully Tencent does that. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to go ahead, take a look at all the feedback that you guys have shared in the comments and reply to as many of you guys as I possibly can. And now, if you guys are looking for a YouTube channel that covers all the latest and the greatest news, informations, updates, leaks, and all the stuff that you guys need about upcoming open world games and AAA games and everything about the gaming news industries, then this channel is going to be your #1 stop, and I will keep you guys updated every single day. And the best part is that subscribing on YouTube is absolutely free of cost, so you don't have to pay a dime in order to stay subscribed. At the same time, I keep you guys updated every single day. So it's a win-win for you guys. It's also a win-win for me as a content creator because I get to build this community with you guys being part of it. So please take a few seconds. So always feel free to go ahead, subscribe, turn the notifications on so that way you guys can always stay updated with all the latest content. And if you guys want to see Tencent reviving Prince of Persia once again, then drop a big fat like on this video. Show your support to the content. It means a lot to me. It goes a long way for the content. It helps get its reach as much as possible. So your support is absolutely appreciated. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.